Good morning again.
Good morning. We're reading once again from 50 Reasons Why Jesus Came to Die by John Piper, and we're up to reason number 14, to bring us to faith and keep us faithful. Jen's going to read to us from Hebrews chapter 9. Thanks, Jen.
Beginning at verse 11. When Christ came as high priest of the good things that are already here, he went through the greater and more perfect tabernacle that is not man-made, that is to say, not a part of this creation. He did not enter by means of the blood of goats and calves, but he entered the most holy place once for all by his own blood, having obtained eternal redemption. The blood of goats and bulls and the ashes of a heifer sprinkled on those who are ceremonially unclean sanctify them so that they are outwardly clean. How much more then will the blood of Christ, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself unblemished to God, cleanse our consciences from acts that lead to death, so that we may serve the living God? For this reason, Christ is the mediator of a new covenant, that those who are called may receive the promised eternal inheritance, now that he has died as a ransom to set them free from the sins committed under the first covenant.
Thanks, Jen. Piper writes, the Bible speaks of an old covenant and a new covenant. The term covenant refers to a solemn, binding agreement between two parties carrying obligations for both sides and enforced by an oath. In the Bible, the covenants God makes with man are initiated by himself. He sets the terms. His obligations are determined by his own purposes. The Old Covenant refers to the arrangement God established with Israel in the law of Moses. Its weakness was that it was not accompanied by spiritual transformation. Therefore, it was not obeyed and did not bring life. It was written with letters on stone, not with the Spirit on the heart. The prophets promised a new covenant that would be different. It would be not of the letter, but of the Spirit, for the letter kills, but the Spirit gives life. 2 Corinthians 3 verse 6. The new covenant is radically more effective than the old. It is enacted on the foundation of Jesus' suffering and death. He is the mediator of the new covenant. Hebrews 9 verse 15. Jesus said that his blood was the blood of the covenant which is poured out for many, Mark 14:24. This means that the blood of Jesus purchased the power and the promises of the new covenant. It is supremely effective because Christ died to make it so. What then are the terms of the covenant he infallibly secured by his blood? The prophet Jeremiah describes some of them. I will make a new covenant. This is the covenant that I will make. I will put my law within them, and I will write it on their hearts. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more. Jeremiah 31:31-34. The suffering and death of Christ guarantees the interchange of his people, the law written on their hearts, and the forgiveness of sins. To guarantee that this covenant will not fail, Christ takes the initiative to create the faith and secure the faithfulness of his people. He brings a new covenant people into being by writing the law not just on stone, but on the heart. In contrast with the letter on stone, he says, the Spirit gives life. 2 Corinthians 3 verse 6. When we were dead in our trespasses, God made us alive together with Christ. Ephesians 2 verse 5. This is the spiritual life that enables us to see and believe in the glory of Christ. This miracle creates the new covenant people. It is sure and certain because Christ bought it with his own blood. And the miracle is not only the creation of our faith, but the securing of our faithfulness. I will make with them an everlasting covenant. I will put the fear of me in their hearts, that they may not turn from me. Jeremiah 32 verse 40. When Christ died, he secured for his people not only new hearts, but new security. He will not let them turn from him. He will keep them. They will persevere in the blood of the covenant, and that is guaranteed. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining us.
See you tomorrow.